continues to be a strong growth.
Oh, all right, so that was wages, Middle Eastern sales and CSR affecting Biocon, but this is MMFSL telling us why their results went bad.
2 months election period, the overall economic activity not picking up yet at the ground. And, business model as ours, which is so much activity on the field, obviously goes extremely slow because we're unable to really reach out to customer for collections, and it's a cash economy in the rural market. The collaterals are not being able to be taken and being disposed of during this period. So one must look at the overall performance in the background of the events that were happening around April and May. And if one looks at the 3 months period and one looked at June standalone, one would see that after the events are over in April, May, the June has actually resulted into a very different positive number. And therefore the confidence is this is not weakening of the business model or the transaction, it's just an event which we went through during these months. But we've had an income growth of about 16% plus, while the PAT has degrown by about 18%, and we've also had the AUM growth of about 16%. It's also important to understand that the total business volumes are at the back of absolute sales of vehicles in that market. Even if the volumes of vehicles have not dropped as much, but with various discounts, etc. available, the overall value of vehicles that we have financed has also come down. And all of this together is what has really caused the little dip in the profit after tax. While the income has maintained growth, the margins have been fairly protected. We have not had any pressures in terms of the borrowing or the borrowing cost as much, and we have not had pressures on the lending rates as well. And therefore the overall impact would be largely attributed to a single item of higher provisions that have happened during this quarter, and as explained is caused by delaying of transaction, and we expect that as we go along during the year, the normalization would happen and would get corrected in the next couple of quarters. Also, it is important to...
Okay, we will have, of course, more occasion to ask Ramesh Iyer how things will pan out if the monsoons are as mediocre as they have turned out to be so far. But we were speaking with Sandeep Batra of ICICI Prudential.